Hello, everybody. This is Joey from Value TCG, and today we are going to talk about the state of the One Piece TCG market. And first of all, I want to start just with this update from one of my favorite LGSs. This is from MVP. They are one of the largest LGSs out there, online LGSs out there. And they probably buy in the pallet load, right? So they have some of the best information, whereas the rest of us probably do not. And I just want to kind of go through this update that they sent out this Wednesday about what is happening in One Piece. One Piece, as you guys know, has become the hottest TCG after both Pokemon and Lorcana and some of the other hot TCGs really faded in demand. And since the release of OP5, we've seen a ton of scalpers and a ton of new players, which is what we want, come into the hobby and really start driving up prices, right? And I'm going to do an entire video just on certain prices that we're seeing in the market today. But maybe let's just kind of go to Paramount War OP2 and look at the rise in the booster boxes. Two sold today for $420 each, which is pretty crazy. There's really not that much supply, right? We have one at 375, and then it elevators to 420, and then elevators again a little bit here. So man, there's just not that much supply out there, which it's really a shame because there's so many good cards in this set that collectors want, or really just people that want to play the game want, right? We have Borsalino, $48. Come on. Anyways, and that's a staple in a lot of the meta decks right now. So let's just kind of go through this. So due to the large increase in requests for One Piece information, we are providing this update article with the latest information. Emails asking for One Piece information will be redirected here. Wow, they use information a lot. To date, the manufacturer Bandai has not provided any information regarding print of sets OP1 to OP4. If they did eventually reprint them, it would seem to be 2025 or beyond. Crazy. Like it just showed y'all OP2 375, not reprinting it. There will likely be another wave of OP5 boosters hitting the markets by summer 2024. We don't have any info on that print size, info yet on print size or pricing. In general, Bandai seems to be at their print capacity and struggling to meet demand. It is important to note, however, that this does not necessarily mean that OP1 to 4 will keep rising in price forever. Remember that Bandai's general TCG business model is the power creep model. They don't typically need to go back and reprint a set because they will eventually just add those older, high-priced cards in a new set as a slightly but more powerful version, thus dramatically dropping demand for the original card. Or they will make a new card that completely negates the old card, making it worthless. So that might be true, but as we can see with, again, Borsalino at $48, and so far OP6, what we've seen, and EV1, the new special set, there's no replacement for this card, right? So not only is there no replacement for this card, what we do know of OP7, the name that, 500 years in the future, or whatever it's called, doesn't seem like it would include Borsalino. So I don't know. So maybe they're right. All right, let's continue. For print-to-order games, the MVP Direct website usually offer. Oh yeah, so I guess we skip this. This is about their order cycle, how they work it. Usually it's like, 6 months in advance. They'll give you by email only type of invite to bid or to order 6 months in advance. If you don't pay it 6 months later, they cancel your account. So that's why they typically try to warn everybody. But so I read the rest of this. I'm just going to summarize this. But what they're trying to say is One Piece started as a print to order game, right? So they used to just put in whatever order volumes that they think that they can get. So MVP would send that to One Piece, and One Piece would print to that demand. That's no longer the case because One Piece has just, the demand has outstripped supply, and for some freaking reason, Bandai, the very wealthy and smart Japanese businessmen sitting in Japan, they've decided that, you know what, we're not going to take any feedback and we're just going to curtail supply. So that means that they will not be printing to demand. So if we have 10,000 more players join in OP6, another 10,000 in OP7, well, those folks are going to be out of luck. They're not going to get that much supply, or they're not going to get that amount of supply out there. That's what MVP is saying here. And not only is that the case, Bandai has gone further by additionally cutting pre-order quantities, right? So Bandai, not only are they not printing to demand anymore, and they're just allocating supply to their major buyers and distributors, they're also just cutting back. So by the time OP6 or OP7 is ready to be released, these big LGSs or even distributors, they're just getting the heads up like, hey, by the way, I know you ordered 100 pallets, you're going to get 70. Sorry, too bad, right? So no one is actually happy here. Maybe Bandai's happy, maybe they're just oblivious. So this is just the ridiculousness of the current day One Piece meta or One Piece printing ecosystem. So MVP is still pretty optimistic, right? That what they're saying for the remainder, they're hoping player fatigue or power creep will really drive out some of the early players, and maybe you'll get a more healthier, balanced market. And eventually, they think that, and I agree with them, that balance and demand will and supply will balance out. That will happen eventually. We just don't know when. And the crazy thing is, Bandai is working on Digimon and Dragon Ball Super and probably, Battle Spirits or whatever it is that Bandai has, which, if you're a business and you're looking to make more money, you should not be printing these. Or if you are, print those later, right? Service your demand now. Don't kill your new game by letting it starve of supply. But you know what? I've spent years working with Japanese businesses. They just don't change their mindset, right? They're starting to shift a little bit to be more pro-business and less, regulations and less um, like rigidity within the business ecosystem, where like if you're a junior member, or like you're like the slave of the senior member, you never give back ideas to the top, or they're not even listening because they're the oldest people on the team, therefore they're the most wise, and they're going to overrule any type of opinion you have, which creates a lot of business stagnation that we've seen in Japan for the last 20, 30 years. that's probably why, they're not really listening to what's happening out there. I actually just talked to somebody, and apparently the Bandai Namco, they do not talk to investors unless you currently have their stock in your portfolio, right? If you're, let's say, Fidelity, and you own $1 billion of this company, which would be like a tenth of the company's market cap, they won't. They'll talk to you. But if you're a T. Rowe Price or somebody else out there that could own $1 billion, but and you're interested and you just want to talk to them, they're not going to talk to you, right? It's befuddling. That's what I learned today. It's absolutely crazy. Anyways, so hopefully Bandai, will listen to whether it's their investor base, whether it's their player base, whether it's somebody else out there, and change a little bit of how they do things, because right now the market's kind of set up to not be very healthy. MVP is talking about, oh yeah, if you bought $150 or paid $150 for Romance Dawn booster boxes, they're now at 500, really at 580 right now, because this came out 2 days ago and prices have elevated again. You're pretty happy, but if you just want to open a couple of boxes, like myself, right? I'm sitting on a lot of boxes myself, uh, but I just want to open a few without feeling I'm just lighting money on fire. I can't even do that, right? So hopefully Bandai learns a little bit quicker and tries to catch up to demand and stop printing these other games. Who knows what that's gonna go into or what that's going to look like. But anyways, I'm just gonna end it there. I think I've done enough ranting. I'm gonna go get some dinner, some delicious uh, something, something around here. Maybe a burger. That sounds pretty good. Yeah, burger. Yeah, that's good. All right, guys. I will see you guys later. Thanks for listening. And please like and subscribe the video if you want to hear more of my opinions or my rantings, or even if you just want to learn about One Piece and where the market is. And please like and subscribe. I will try to come out with these videos at least once a week, maybe twice a week. Anyways, thanks so much, guys. I'll see you guys soon.